Founder of Ulysses in Dubai. In this video, I want to cover some of the questions people ask when it comes to entering a new market like the UAE or Middle East, especially from an acquisition standpoint. So many times when we collaborate with companies that wish to establish themselves in UAE or Middle East, we work on acquisitions that can enable these businesses to conquer market share in the Middle East by buying an existing business, an existing facility that is already established, has proven track record, and can enable them to go to market a lot quicker. Some of the things that we got asked and that a lot of people are concerned about is how are we going to support them throughout the acquisition process, and what is it that they're getting access to when they collaborate with us to identify market entry opportunities and acquisition opportunities. So first of all, we got to take a step back and discuss the Middle East as a region. Now, from an acquisition standpoint, this region is very vibrant and there are a lot of opportunities available. Now, not all the good opportunities might be available in the open market, so there might be a lot more research that companies have to do in order to tap into these premium opportunities, into these gems that are available for sale. And that is because people value confidentiality a lot, and many times the good opportunities are not known by many. And that is because many people come and go from these particular countries, they invest and then they divest. And so a lot of times people want to make sure they identify the right buyer before they actually disclose their interest in selling a particular business or a particular asset. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because many times people feel that finding deal flow in this particular region is going to be similar to other regions. Well, in reality, deal flow here can be a lot harder, and to some extent not necessarily harder to get, but more time consuming, and a lot of companies might not want to go through that exercise. They might not want to waste months or years in identifying suitable opportunities. They might want to get access to those targets right away, and that's one of the first reasons why we tie so well with a lot of businesses, because we already have relationships in deal flow available, and most of the times that deal flow is off market, so people can tap into qualified leads, qualified acquisition opportunities without having to go through the effort and pain of sourcing these opportunities themselves. So substantially they're saving themselves 1-2 years of time by working with us on these acquisition opportunities. Now, of course, this is just a matter of time, but there's also a matter of difficulty in finding these opportunities. And I said this is not necessarily the case all the time, but in some cases, quality opportunities can only get access through a network and through trusted associates. And these relationships are not something that you can build overnight. And in most cases, again, it is important to have somebody on the ground that can provide you that level of support so that you can unlock the best possible target for you and your business. Many times I had discussions with people that either wasted a lot of time sourcing and analyzing opportunities, or they found opportunities that were not the good one and ended up giving up on the Middle East. That is a common issue, but in most cases, it doesn't have to be that way. There are a lot of solutions that you can find to ultimately, find the best possible target for you and your business. One of the examples I can give you is an engagement we did with a group that wanted to identify large healthcare organizations available for sale. And in that particular case, we were able to give them a full picture of what was happening in the region, and they were able then to select the assets that they wanted to acquire in different geographies and different countries and focus on those directly. And that was a process that took them a couple months, but in other cases might have took them years, if not more. So that is the first thing. I guess the second aspect of it all is that it is really important to understand what are the dynamics when it comes to deal making, when it comes to acquisitions, because sometimes people believe that, everybody is going to interact and transact in the same way, but every part of the word operates under different principles and under different mentalities, so to speak. So my point is, it is important to navigate situations and understand what are the things that you should be aware of in each transaction, so that you can avoid making mistakes as you progress in a particular deal. Sometimes there might be items that you would not look at too carefully, but in particular parts of the word might be something that you need to focus on very, very carefully, because they are the key determinator of the success of a particular transaction. And I can stress this concept enough, but I've been in many different markets, and I've seen the differences in due diligence and the ways people approach transactions. And there are a lot of differences depending on where you are in the world, and you need to be aware of these differences if you want to be successful